Hello everyone, welcome back to the new lecture. So in this lecture we'll show you the second method of duct sizing, which is velocity reduction method. So what is this? See, this method reduces air velocity in successive section of the duct system to control noise and pressure drop, and it is ideal for system requiring noise sensitive environment. Okay, let's say it is given here. Velocity reduction method size the duct by varying velocity in the main and branch duct. This method focuses on gradually reducing the air velocity as it moves through the ductwork. This method is useful for reducing noise and maintaining comfort level in spaces. It is more expensive as compared to equal friction method. Okay, now I hope that you have understood where we have to use the velocity reduction method. As I told you in starting, this method is ideal for system requiring noise sensitive environment. If you want, if you are running the ductwork for any application where noise we have to control, we have to reduce the noise. For example, if you are designing for luxury apartment, residential application, if you are using ductwork, so in that area we have to maintain, we have to reduce the noise also to maintain the comfort level. So in that application you can use the velocity reduction method of duct sizing. But one thing you have to remember, always we have to use the velocity reduction method in that application where cost is not an issue. So you know that if you're designing luxury apartment, duplex apartment, palace, so here for this application the cost is not an issue. Okay, so here you can go for this velocity reduction method because this method is expensive as compared to equal friction method. Okay, see, it is given where we have to use this method. This method is used for luxury apartment, duplex apartment, palace, etc. Okay, now here the question is, okay, how much velocity we have to maintain in the main duct and in the branch duct by using velocity reduction method. Remember, in this method don't need to see the friction rate value. If you remember, in equal friction method I have told you at every 100 feet of duct length we have to keep the friction constant 0.08 to 0.1. But here now we have to enter the velocity. The main duct, generally in this method the main duct carries high velocity while the branch duct have reduced velocity. So from where you will get, so here you can see I have taken one table. This table is taken from the Carrier Air System Design Manual. From that table, in this table you can see based on the application, if you are running the duct work for residences, so see here in the main duct for supply main duct, supply air duct, the maximum velocity we can maintain up to 1000 fpm. In return air duct 800 maximum. This is for main duct velocity. In the same way, if you are running the branch duct, so in the supply air duct 600 you can go maximum fpm, and in return air duct 600 fpm both. But here you can see in the main duct I have told you the maximum velocity 1000, but controlling factor is given, noise generation main duct 600, minimum 600, don't go less than 600 in the main duct. Okay, for residences. Same way here we have a apartment, hotel bedroom, hospital bedroom, their range is given, how much velocity you have to maintain in the main duct or in the branch duct. See, different application is given. So now let's see the example. Here you can see I have selected a ceiling suspended AHU and we are using for residential application. Okay, this duct work we have to size the duct for residential application. So here we have a 6 number of diffuser, and from the ceiling suspended AHU we are supplying total 1200 CFM air. Okay, so you know that if 1200 CFM air we are supplying, so from each diffuser if you have taken 6 number of diffuser, will supply 200 fpm 200 cfm from each diffuser. Okay, so now first we'll see, we have to see the main duct sizing So in the main duct for residential application, if you remember how much velocity we can maintain, maximum velocity as per this Carrier manual chart. See, for residences in the main duct for supply air duct, generally you can go up to 1000, minimum 600. So here I am maintaining the average. 1000 fpm is the maximum. I am maintaining average 800 fpm. Okay. So as per 800 fpm and this flow, will see the duct sizing. So open the MEP duct sizer software. Here now you have to enter the flow value first of all, like 1200. Now don't need to enter the head loss value because now we are using the velocity reduction method. So you have to just check velocity, flow rate and velocity. Flow rate is 1200 and now enter the velocity 800 fpm. As per that, now you will get the head loss and equivalent diameter. If suppose you are using circular duct, round duct, so you can go for this diameter. Now I am changing the unit as a what? Metric. And here suppose I am considering the height 300. So first see, for 300 height, the width we have got 500. When you calculate the aspect ratio, so it is satisfying. The aspect ratio is coming close to 1 only. And you know that for rectangular duct, as per SMACNA, always the aspect ratio should always be greater and equal to 1 and less than equal to 4. So here the aspect ratio is satisfying. It means for 1200 CFM air, the duct size which we have to consider 500 into 300. Okay. Always remember, when you are writing the size, the larger size you have to enter first. Width of duct is 500 and the height is 300 mm for 1200 CFM air. Now, when you are supplying 200 CFM air in this diffuser, 200 here, so the remaining CFM is 800. So for 800 CFM, how much duct size? So as I told you, for the main duct, always you have to remember, in the main duct we have to maintain the height constant. Always try to maintain constant height. Okay. See, in starting we have selected the height 300, so try to maintain the height here also 300. Okay. So here open the duct sizer and write down the flow 800 and velocity in the main duct 800 fpm only. I am just taking, and you can change the unit from here. See, 300 height and the width we have got 350. Correct? As I told you, why we are not taking 325? Because the manufacturer fabricate the duct some standard dimension, na? So 300, 350, 400. Okay, so that is why 325 is not available. So 350 by 300. Correct? So here, as per 800 CFM air, the duct size which we have got, width 350, height 300. Same way when you are supplying 200 CFM here in this board diffuser, so the remaining is 400. So for 400 CFM, how much duct size? So now again, you can open the duct sizer software and change the unit first from here and write down the flow 400. But you know that velocity, okay, 800 fpm in the main duct we are selecting. And now when I am trying to take the height 300, see the width is coming 175. So when you calculate the aspect ratio now, 175 divided by 300, you will get the value 0 point something. So it means the aspect ratio is not satisfying, na? Because I have told you the aspect ratio value should always be greater and equal to 1, less and equal to 4. So it means we have to reduce the height a little bit. Suppose I have taken 250, but then also the width is 200. Again, the aspect ratio is less than 1. So again, I am reducing as a 200. See, now the width we have got 250. When you calculate the aspect ratio, see the condition is also satisfying and the size which we have taken, it is also right. Okay, 250 by 200 for 400 CFM air. Correct? Now we'll do the duct sizing for branch duct. So you know that in each and every branch we are supplying 200 CFM typical. So for 200 CFM air, how much duct size? So first you have to know that in the branch duct how much velocity we have to maintain. So from the carrier air system manual, this chart, when you see for residential application in the branch duct, supply air branch duct, generally the maximum velocity we can maintain up to 600 fpm maximum. Okay, so here we'll see, open the duct sizer, change the unit first from here and here 200 CFM. Velocity now I am maintaining 600. As per that, when you check But problem is what, how much height we have to enter. So again, see, height is totally, I have told you for the branch duct, height should always be less than the main duct height. So when you see in the main duct, after reducing, see the minimum height which we have taken is 200 mm. And you know that the branch duct height should always be less than whatever you have taken in the main duct. So if main duct is 200, so branch duct height should always be less than 200, minimum 50 mm less you have to consider for flanges. Okay, when you are connecting the branch to the main duct, so we need little bit space for the connection. So how much? I'm considering 150. Okay, so here just enter the height 150. As per that you will get the width 225, means 250. Okay, so for 200 cfm air for each and every branch, we have got the size 250 by 150. Okay, so in this way we have to do the duct sizing by using velocity reduction method. Hope all of you enjoy the session. See you in next one.